Hello everybody, quick 1-minute conversation here about the flu, COVID, flu season, influenza, vaccines coming and all that good stuff. I've been putting some time into this and here's what we've come up with. I'm on the computer, I'm looking at the CDC, Center for Disease Control tables, and let's talk about the flu, just the general flu for a second here, because something interesting has happened. 2 years ago, flu season, according to the CDC, we're looking at 61,000 deaths. 2017, 2018 flu season, they're saying 61,000 deaths. Last year, 2018-19 flu season, goes from 61,000 down to 34,000 deaths. So basically, the flu deaths cut in half in 1 year, right about the time that COVID 2019, was identified. By the time they wrap up the statistics for the general flu season and post those at a 50% reduction in deaths leading into the COVID era. Okay, so you got to ask yourself, how, with flu tables being relatively consistent year to year, why all of a sudden, just before COVID shows up, do the flu deaths cut in half in America? All right, just stick that in your backpack. You don't even need to draw any assumptions there. Now we look at 2020, 2021 estimates here of the flu season. And rather than give you numbers, in a nutshell, they're saying, 2021 flu season, they're expecting it to be extremely light, where they're expecting extremely low levels of flu deaths, of flu cases this year. What a coincidence that they're minimizing the flu at the same time that COVID's around and they're going to be introducing a vaccine for COVID. Here's why I think that's going on. I think they're minimizing the flu because in sales, they say you should never try to close somebody on two products at the same time. Okay? So they're going to have a hard time closing us on the concept of a COVID vaccine if they're trying to double dip, continue to ramp up the concern levels with the normal flu and the COVID at the same time. Just my theory, looking at the numbers here, looking at what the CDC is saying. So just keep in mind when you're making a decision that you consider, what you're putting into your body, number one. I mean, if you're in the office, you saw the newsletter this week, just the normal flu vaccine has formaldehyde, aluminum nitrate, carbolic acid, and other antibiotics in it. So these are adjuvants that chances are the soon-to-come COVID vaccine will have the same similar adjuvants. So you've got to ask yourself, and this is something that everybody has to ask themselves and answer differently, you got to do a cost-benefit analysis. Is this thing effective, and does the risk outweigh the reward of taking any vaccine? I'm not telling you should or should not get a vaccine, but make sure you receive, or you listen, or you look at both sides of the story. Also, according to the Center for Disease Control, the majority of years we are vaccinated for the wrong flu strain, meaning they have to, 9 months ahead of flu season, they have to take an educated scientific guess as to what strain it's going to be. The majority of the years, it's the wrong strain anyway. Is it going to be the same scenario for COVID? We don't know. I would say likely possibility. So just take all that into consideration, guys. Stick that in your backpack and consider it as we move forward here into the rest of the year. So have a great day.